That's good. I've been drinking Jack and Coke pretty much all night. So yeah, this pure Jack is a little harsh.
Well, it's about like that time of night.
Yeah, I had I got him to make me a White Russian, and I was, I asked because like you said the last time you were at the bar, you're like, I don't know if they'll be able to make a White Russian. Most places don't have it. So I was like, can I get a White Russian? I was like, if you don't have it, that's fine. And the guy looked at me, he's like, hold on. And then they went to fucking town, like mixing weird shit.
That's the best.
But it didn't end up being that good.
No?
No. Like the one we had at the bar the other night, fucking ice cream.
That was good.
This one was, it was very sweet, but then it was also like a little spicy, but it was a little too spicy. It wasn't quite what I wanted. I wanted that ice cream again. That ice cream was good.
It's good.
Yeah. So this is the drunk cast.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're working on it. I'm already there. I just got finished with my company Christmas party. I don't know where we fucking started into this, but you're probably gonna be editing this one. I might have time to edit it. Who knows?
You're leaving Friday, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving Friday, and it is what is today? Tuesday?
Well, I mean, I'm leaving Friday.
You're leaving Friday too? Wait, oh yeah, you're going to the.
I'm going snowboarding.
I might have time to edit this. We'll see.
You better.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, not like it's hard. You throw some music in. You do a little stinger. You throw some music in. We talk about our intro. I'm Addy.
Well, actually, that's something I wanted to do today.
You're Coop. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm Cooper.
Yeah.
So there's a Reddit thread.
Oh, boy.
I know, stealing content from Reddit. Everybody hates that. Fuck you. Everybody likes Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit's great. It's a good way to get your information, like, kind of the vibe of the internet day per day.
Yeah, it's an echo chamber for a lot of things.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
There's an Ask Reddit thread today, December 13th.
Okay, yeah.
2016, just for if anybody ever needs
Day of our Lord.
Ask Reddit thread. What is your, I know it sounds weird, but just try it thing? And you know what mine is. Well, it wasn't until recently. The ramen and Cheez-Its.
Oh, yeah, ramen and Cheez-It. Yeah, you every day, almost every day.
No, not every, just like...
Dude,
every once a month I will go buy some ramen.
Not once a month. Well, once a month
I will
you buy ramen.
I will buy 10 packs of ramen, and then for 10 days in a row I'll eat it.
Yeah.
But then that's it until the next month.
That's like my Soylent that I drink every day.
And that's usually when I've gotten off a shit day at work.
But we should explain. You make ramen.
Oh yeah.
And then you pour Cheez-Its on top of it.
Yeah, it's so good.
I had it. It is surprisingly good.
It's not going to change your life, but it's
no.
enjoy ramen.
If you don't have a lot of money and you want to eat something that's pretty tasty, it's like cheese and noodles. It's good.
People put crackers in their soup.
Yeah.
Why not put cheese crackers in your
crunchy
soup?
With the cheese?
Yeah.
I really thought you were crazy, honestly.
I didn't think it was that bad, an idea.
It's pretty weird.
I tell you, I made ramen earlier.
Uh-oh.
And I cracked an egg in it.
I've done that.
And put a bunch of siracha in it.
Okay, yeah, I'm on board.
It fucking tastes like that place we get ramen at.
Yeah, did you put Cheez-Its in it?
I didn't have Cheez-Its. Might have been perfect.
Oh, man.
What's that place we get ramen
at? Tatsu?
Tatsu, yeah.
Yeah,
Tatsu. It wasn't as good as Tatsu, but it tasted very similar to Tatsu.
The siracha is similar to the spices they use.
That egg you pop in it makes it so creamy.
That's what I used to do in college. When I didn't have a lot of money, it's I have eggs and I have ramen. Let's put these two hands together. And when I wanted to have fancy ramen, that's what I did. And it was great.
I'd never considered it. If you're like us and you occasionally need to save money and you're too dumb to spend it on rice and cook a proper meal and you buy ramen,
crack an egg in
Crack a fucking egg in it.
Honestly, if you heat up the water enough, the egg will boil when you put it in there, and you can swirl it around and make a whole thing.
Or you could even pop it in and then microwave it there, and it will actually cook the outer bit.
Yeah.
And you can crack it open just like you do at a ramen place.
Here's another thought. Chives are not that expensive.
They're not. I never felt. Do they add that much to it?
I feel like they add just a little bit. That sure, you don't need them. You really don't need chives. No, yeah. But yeah, you get a little freshness. You get a little crunch with the egg on top of that.
Crunch.
You're kind of getting a whole new little blend going.
But I don't know if I will ever eat ramen again without an egg and sriracha in it.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
You got to spice it up.
Okay, back to this Reddit thread.
All
right, we're going to go through these. I'm going to bring up the first one, the one that I read today. That I feel like this is going to make me a fucking weirdo to all of you guys.
Oh, boy.
And I had never even thought about this.
What is this?
I was going through the thread and I got to this one. I was like, okay, I got to ask the guys about this.
Uh-oh.
It was the person on here put, guys, I know it sounds weird, but just try it. Their thing was wipe your ass while standing up.
Now you say that. I have never wiped my ass not standing up.
Okay, that's me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand how people are just like kind of leaning over
No,
on
no,
one
no.
ass cheek and sticking their hand into there. What's going on?
I think they stay sitting down and just go underneath.
That's even weirder.
See, that's my problem is...
And I'm not doing that in a public bathroom.
I've heard... Well, what's the problem? What are you afraid of touching?
You accidentally touch the toilet seat?
Well, you're touching them with your ass.
No, I use those covers every time. They're
not always there. Do you
But
build a nest? Is that what you do? Are you one of those people?
Yeah, I'll use the toilet paper.
Because that's what I do too. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to touch that toilet seat if it's a public restroom. Now, at work or whatever, where I feel like a little bit more safe. At my own home, I don't nest up. But at the same time, it's like, you're wiping forward into the taint. And I know that's a common thing that people do because you're one of two people.
I wipe away from the taint.
You still wipe? Well, yeah, because you're standing up. But I feel like when you're sitting down, there's only one way to wipe.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And so...
But we're on the same team here.
Yeah, we're on the same team. You probably didn't expect it.
I wasn't expecting that.
But...
And this would be funnier if Thad and Taylor were here, but they're sober and at home. Well, I don't know what Thad's doing.
Thad did not drink tonight, no. He drove me home.
Okay, well, that's very responsible.
Yeah, very responsible.
Way to
Mr.
go, Thad.
Yeah.
American hero.
Christmas hero. Thad Tobin.
All right. So we're on the same team.
Yeah, we're on the same team. I think you get into some issues of like when you're standing up, if maybe you have a little shit on your ass still, it gets a little squished. That might be a problem. But overall, yeah, we are on the same team. I think it's definitely better to stand up and wipe.
Okay. Here's this one I read. I thought it was kind of weird because I feel like there's plenty of other ways to go about this. It said, is your nose plugged, sinuses full of fluid, filled solid?
Okay.
12 drops of Tabasco sauce into a 16 ounce of warm water. Stir, drink. It's like swallowing heat. And a few minutes later, your tubes will be clear. My question to that is, like, okay, it sounds like decent advice. I'm sure that would clear your sinuses. Why not just drink the fucking Tabasco?
See, I counter that. Why not just eat chips and salsa, which is what I do when I have a stuffed up
I can
sauce.
see if you're like woke up in the middle of the night.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like stuffed up. You don't want to pull out chips and salsa and have a
get
snack.
all salty and
you want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why warm up water? Why not just fucking take that fucking Tabasco to the face, deal with it, blow your nose, and go back to bed?
And I've never tried it, but I've heard neti pot works pretty well too.
Again, that's another thing where like if I wake up in the middle of the night with a stuffy nose, I don't want to pull out the fucking neti pot and warm up water and shit.
Yeah, and get your like fucking distilled water out of the fridge and everything.
Take that Tabasco to the face, people. Just do it.
Just snort it straight up?
Yes.
Oh, that's...
A shot of whiskey. Like, look, okay, shot of whiskey is a chaser. Yeah. Just down
a shot of whiskey is a chaser to your Tabasco shot. Okay, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Okay,
You're trying to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I mean, maybe some tea, sniff in those sinuses.
So would you try that? I feel like it's not necessary.
I had bad allergies when I was back in Texas. I probably would have tried that. Out here, no, my allergies aren't that bad. But back in Texas, I had some days where, yeah, it definitely would be like, yeah, stuff that fucking Tabasco up my nose. Just get this through.
Looking for another interesting one. Here's one just to throw at you.
Okay.
Using Tang in mixed drinks. I have a question for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck do you get Tang still?
The grocery store.
They sell that?
They still sell it. I have seen it. I have not drank Tang since I was a child.
No, me neither. I didn't know that was still a thing that you could buy.
Perhaps we should get some Tang.
We should. Okay, next drunk cast.
But now I don't know what do you mix Tang with? Is it vodka? Because like Tang's not like a super strong drink.
I can see that because
it's kind of like orangey. But
some of our friends from high school at one point when I came home from like break of college, a college break, if you will, they were mixing Mountain Dew, vodka, and different assorted flavors of Kool-Aid, I believe.
Okay.
And it was good. It's kind of like a sorority girl type thing. Okay, that's kind of a... I shouldn't have said that.
That's a little sexist.
That's that's discriminatory.
I mean, guys like fruity drinks too.
I know. I'm one of them.
Yeah. I like a good mixed drink.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in college, one of the best things I ever drank was a vodka with Powerade poured into a watermelon, and it sat for a couple days. and then they pulled it back out and put it into the like Gatorade water bottle. And I didn't know they did all this work. I was just at somebody's house drunk, and I pulled up in the fridge and I was like, "Oh, a Gatorade, cool. I'm pretty drunk. I need to cool off." I drank it. I got so fucking wasted.
My uncle has a very similar story. He told me that he got back from like a run one day, and he was about to go to class, reached down and grabbed a Gatorade from under his desk, and he forgot that he had made they used to make these drinks where you would take a Gatorade. Well, you wouldn't always take a Gatorade bottle, but he lived in a dorm, so you would hide your liquor in a Gatorade bottle.
Of course.
And you would put Jolly Rancher, so if it was straight liquor, put a Jolly Rancher in it, just let it disintegrate. And it supposedly tastes great. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
But he said he like took a bunch of swigs of it and thought it tasted funny, realized what he had done,
Oh, no.
went to class
But
drunk.
it's too late, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thad and I in college actually made Skittles vodka. We took the time to take the Skittles, individually put them all into like the different colors into separate bins, and then filter vodka through them until we had a couple different bottles of different flavors. And it was great.
We should do that.
It's not that hard.
It doesn't sound
It takes
that great,
a little bit of
but
time.
I want to do it just
but
for
it's
fun.
like very sugary vodka. It's not bad. It's not bad.
There was one on here I was reading today. So you're familiar with a shower beer, right?
You drink a beer in the shower? Is that
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Supposedly I think I've done it before.
I
In
feel like
college
that's
at some
not,
point I've
yeah.
done it.
If we had beers
because
now,
I had
I'd do
friends in the time who were like, man, shower beers are amazing. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to shower
I
beers.
didn't think it was that great.
And they like, I don't know how many people are actually subscribed to it regularly go to it. I feel like it's just like a lot of it is like not safe for work stuff, like girls, and there's surprisingly too many dicks in that subreddit for my taste personally.
Yeah.
Like 5 is fine, but there's like 10.
Yeah.
That's too many.
You want like an even ratio at the very least.
Yeah. So, but there's like that's what I feel like that subreddit has turned into is just people posting naked photos of themselves
That's weird.
in the shower with a beer.
That's weird.
But there is a large portion of people that I've come in contact with who swear by shower beers. How it's so amazing, like after a long day at work, or maybe before work if you're that type of person.
So you take a hot shower, you
take
drink
a hot
cold
shower,
beer.
drink a cold beer,
Yeah.
relaxing, something about the psychology of
Yeah.
being able to enjoy beer without any social pressures.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm down for it. Counter argument. In high school, I used to take a hot bath and eat cold salsa with chips.
In the bath? You're a mad lad, you know that?
It was spicy. It
You're a
was
mad
hot.
man.
It was cold. It was all over the place. It was a full spectrum of
So your
emotions.
nose is running into the bath.
Your nose is running, but then the steam's steaming you up. You're running even more.
Oh,
you're feeling great.
your
You're
nose
feeling
is all
bad.
over the
yeah,
place.
you're all over the place. It was fantastic.
This is that isn't in this thread. What I
No.
was talking about. No. The shower beer is not in this thread.
Okay,
Shower oranges were in this thread.
I can see drinking an orange juice.
No.
Oranges,
Eating an orange. So I click on it. I'm reading it. And I'm like, this can't be a fucking thing.
ice cold.
Has its own subreddit. Shower oranges.
I mean,
Go to it. There's an original post
Okay.
from like about a year ago that was like, what's something you do that nobody else does? Blah, blah, blah. So very similar
oranges.
to this thread that we're reading
Yeah.
right now. This guy said he was like at some summer camp, and one of his camp counselors, this starts off real creepy.
yeah,
Just came up to him.
It's
and
already
was like,
creepy.
Was like, yo, you know what? I'm paraphrasing
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like this is kind of how this conversation went.
Uh-oh.
He's like, yo, what's up, dude?
Uh-huh.
You ever had a shower orange before, my man?
Is that like your balls?
No, it's a shower orange.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're at summer camp. What's that mean?
You take you taking a shower
Uh-huh.
with an orange, a fresh orange. It's cool.
Yeah.
You're taking a hot shower.
Yeah.
You rip into this orange and you just fucking bite into that motherfucker.
Like a fucking
the
vampire.
juices go everywhere.
But
They're
you're in
just
the shower.
running all over
it's
you.
Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A refreshing cold juice
You know
of
what?
orange is flowing down your body in the middle of a hot shower.
I get back from the gym.
It's the most carnivorous thing a real man can
That
do.
might be all right. I get back from the gym. I'm fucking beat.
This guy says he does it every morning now. For like since that camp
Yeah.
counselor touched his balls, tickles his balls, and
Yeah.
then told him that story.
He touched his peaches. He gave him an orange.
Yes. Ever since that happened to this man, he is boy at the time supposedly. Let's not go into that. Ever since that day, this guy now eats an orange in the shower every morning. Like, he wakes up, he can't wait to wake up and tear into an orange in the shower.
I mean, maybe that would get me out of bed in the morning.
I've actually, like, I looked at it, I was like, I'm going to try this at some point. I'll report back to you how
now
it
that
goes.
we've talked about it, maybe, yeah. I mean,
I
we
really
got to get some oranges. We got to throw them in the fridge. But
I might take a whole bag of those little tangerine things.
yeah.
Just rip into them. Just go to town.
I mean,
just
honestly,
so I get the full effect.
I mean, you get done with soccer practice or whatever sport you're doing. You get those orange slices.
This is America.
Those were good. Those refresh you. You get your electrolytes back. You get some sugar back in you. So
Yeah.
I get done with a workout after work. I hop in the shower. I just fucking dig into an orange. That sounds pretty fucking
It does
good.
actually. Because,
It sounds really good.
like, I buy oranges now, and
Yeah.
almost all the time, like, almost half of them will go bad before I eat them because
Yeah.
they're so messy to try and eat.
Yeah. But if
When
you're
I
in the shower,
when I worked in construction back in, like, high school and in college, when I went back and did it, I would always take oranges to work every day
because it didn't matter.
I'm already filthy.
Yeah, who cares?
So, like, I go wash my hands, wash my
Yeah.
face, and then bite into a fucking orange, refreshing as fuck,
Yeah.
in the middle of a fucking 103-degree day.
Now here's a problem. You're in the shower, but like you don't want to bite into the peel of the orange.
No, the weird thing about this subreddit...
You have to kind of peel it, right?
Yeah. The weird thing about this subreddit is it's a safe for work subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no pictures of naked people in the shower biting into an orange.
I would hope not.
Every single picture is just a picture of the orange rind sitting
Slightly
on.
peeled.
No, it's just sitting on the floor, like completely. All the the orange is gone.
Oh.
It's just the rind sitting on the floor of their shower.
Oh, that's.
And it's just
no.
like I did it. I did it.
Oh.
I don't feel like it's gross. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess it's just the rind sitting on the floor, but I'm thinking about the orange sitting on the floor of a shower, and that grosses me out.
Oh no, it's just the rind. Like they peeled
Yeah.
it through the rind down, and
But then now you
bit
gotta
into
pick
that
a
orange.
fucking orange rind out of your shower. Every
Yeah, I
morning.
would. I have a trash can next to
Yeah.
my shower, so I would
Yeah,
definitely just
yeah.
toss it in there
And
then empty that shit.
double
because-
purpose orange rind, great deodorant.
Yeah, and you could wipe your ass with it
Yeah.
while standing up.
Yeah, while standing up.
Here's one that I think I'm going to try soon.
Okay.
Cream cheese in your grilled cheese sandwich. So you have your regular cheese,
Okay.
and you
Okay.
put cream cheese on it also.
Yeah. My grandma is actually notorious for putting cream cheese into recipes where it doesn't belong. When she makes Jell-O, she uses cream cheese in it. So you get these little goblets of like cream cheese in the Jell-O. It's actually not bad.
I honestly can't think of a recipe where more cream cheese would not be welcome.
No. And it's not something that you really think about in a recipe. Is like, yeah, this needs cream cheese. It's like, but if you throw it into anything, it makes it a little bit better. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Oh, and I just got to this one. Crack a raw egg into your ramen noodles for 3 minutes before eating.
Boom.
Already covered that one.
Yeah.
And this is actually why I did that when I got home today.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just never considered it.
I
Because
thought I had like mentioned that before. Like,
You might have, but
You're
I don't
hungry?
listen to you much.
add egg in. Like, it adds a little bit more to your ramen, adds a little bit more nutrition to your ramen. And then, yeah, the sriracha on top of that, go for it. I mean, you've already added the Cheez-Its for extra
I borrowed
crunch
your
and
sriracha,
cheese.
by the way.
By all means. That's what it's there for. I can't eat a whole bottle of sriracha. That stuff is spicy.
You say that, but I feel like
I eventually will.
I've gone through an entire thing of Frank's by myself.
Yeah. Well, I was eating some of that, Frank's.
Now this one, salt on pineapple or watermelon.
Okay.
I've had salt on watermelon before, and I can attest that
You
is
get
delicious.
the salty, you get the sweet.
I
okay.
kind of want to try it on pineapple now.
I can see it. I've never tried it, but I can see it. Like a little margarita in your mouth.
Here's a good one. This one isn't
Oh,
even
no.
really a question. I'm just gonna read it.
Please do.
Getting naked in the shower with
I do that all the time.
with your significant other and
Oh.
rubbing butts.
Just the butts?
That's the whole thing.
Why not more?
I'm sure you could do more, and it probably gets more fun.
I mean, if you start rubbing butts, I feel like you're going to do more.
I
But
don't know.
you know what? I've never done that.
Water is not a good lubricant.
No, but rubbing butts sounds funny. It sounds quirky enough that it's like, hey, let's rub butts. And it's like, okay. And then now you're doing more. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
I feel like this was definitely a girl who submitted that, who was just like, yeah, I just like to get in the shower and rub. Well, I'm being very
Yeah.
heteronormative by saying this, but with her boyfriend rubbing his butt, because the guy, I don't feel like a guy's like up in the shower like, hey babe, let's rub butts.
No.
That's
The girl's,
definitely
the
the
girl's
girl.
just like grabbing her butt, or the guy's grabbing her butt.
That's very much the girl's like, oh, I'm gonna rub my butt
But
against
girls
yours.
love butts. Yeah, you're washing. You're like, okay, you're rubbing your butt. Okay, yeah, let's do this. rubbing butts. Okay, yeah, I can see that. That's not too bad.
You haven't really ever been snowboarding, but I
No,
like
haven't.
this idea. I feel like I've seen this video before, but it just says dressing up as a dinosaur while you go snowboarding.
I feel like dressing up as a dinosaur while you do anything is sort of a trend now.
Yeah, that is kind of a cop out. Like you could any of these other dress up as a dinosaur while putting ramen or eggs in your ramen.
I've seen a
Sounds more
dinosaur
fun already.
ice skate. I've seen a dinosaur roller skate. I've seen dinosaurs do like everything.
This one, I'm not doing this one.
Oh.
Just because the aesthetics of it. And I feel like I hate this about myself because I feel like I am the type of person who will do things the wrong way because I think it's better.
Okay.
A lot of times.
You're stuck in your own ways.
But well, no, not necessarily. Like I'm actually like very non-traditional. I don't give a fuck if it's like, oh, this is the way everybody does it. Fuck that. I don't care.
No. This is the better way to do it.
Yeah, if I figure out that something's a better way, I will say fuck
I see
you,
it.
everybody
Yeah,
else.
absolutely.
This guy says wear your socks inside out because they're 35%. Okay, he just throws in a percentage.
No.
More comfortable.
No.
And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, he's probably right. The outside material of all my socks seems more comfortable. I'm not doing it.
Here's the thing. I'm wearing fucking Rudolph socks right now,
Yeah.
and you would not be able to see this. This would be so fucking...
Oh, yeah. It's going to ruin all of my, like, cool socks if I wear them inside out. But even on my socks that aren't, like, decorative,
Yeah.
I can tell just by looking at them, like, oh, yeah, the outside material is more comfortable to, like, touch.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But at the same...
I'm not going to do it.
No. No, that's
I
crazy.
feel like it would tear up the socks a lot faster also.
Yeah, that might be it too. So, I mean, if you're wearing clothes are for style. If I was wearing just what I wanted to wear, I'd wear my fucking cat suit into work every day.
I feel like you should.
If it was just for comfortability, it's like a fucking like, I don't remember those Kamatari or Katamari. I don't remember what they're fucking called. It's those fucking like suits that are like animals. I'd wear that into work every day because it's like, this is probably the most comfortable thing I own. But no, I don't do that. I'm wearing socks because they're stylish, at least a little bit. And they have a pattern on them, and I want people to see it. So I'm not about that like stuff.
Here's one, another food one for you.
Okay.
It says, I was taught to butter the outside of my grilled cheese with butter or margarine, but my better half finally convinced me to oil up the bread with mayonnaise. I know it sounds weird, but it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like trying this now. I don't feel like we've ever had mayonnaise in our fridge before.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really like mayonnaise. If it's on something already, I eat it because I'm not a picky eater.
I'm actually kind of in the spectrum with you.
Yeah.
I hate putting mayonnaise on stuff. Like if I go and I will order hamburgers and I will ask for mayonnaise on them.
Oh, really?
I will not buy mayonnaise and put it on stuff because it just looks gross to me.
Yeah. When I like open the jar and it's like, oh, and then you gotta stir it around. It's like, oh no.
Even if it's like cool or whatever that Mayo Whip or whatever.
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip, which isn't real mayonnaise. I think it's something else.
Yeah, it looks
but
gross.
It's gross, man.
Yeah. And then the process of making mayonnaise, I already know it. It's like eggs and lard. And, yeah. I don't want anything
All
to do with it.
Stuff.
If it's on it though, if it's on like my chicken Sammy, you know what? Okay, yeah, it does taste good. It does taste good. You got me. But the thought of it's so gross that I can't put it on things yet. I'm not there. Maybe I'll get there. And baked in, I'm sure that the heat kind of evaporates it a little bit. And it's probably good. I can already kind of taste that tang in my mouth with the grilled cheese and like a mayo and all that. But no, I'm not going to go buy mayo for that.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's the one thing I was like, oh, I want to try this. I was like, I'm not behind mayo.
I can't do it.
Because that's the only thing I'm going to use it for.
I'll do cream cheese. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll do cream cheese. Yeah. Cream cheese, real cheese, grilled cheese. Boom.
Well, you're already supposed to put cream cheese in the middle of your grilled cheese.
Are you?
Now you're going to put it on the outside.
I didn't know you were.
We just talked about this.
Was that one of the things?
Yeah.
Wow, I am drunk.
That's what made you bring up that your grandma put cream cheese in everything.
She does put cream cheese in everything.
Oh, just like grilled cheeses that we talked about earlier?
Just like those grilled cheeses we talked about earlier.
Okay. Here's one that I'm going to challenge you to do.
Uh-oh.
Now, this has something to do with a TEDx talk. Freezing cold showers for 30 days.
I heard that TEDx talk.
Oh, did you?
I did it after I heard that TEDx talk. In fact, I did it for like a week.
Oh, so you're one of the people that failed, because this guy specifically talks about the people who fail at it.
What does he say about it?
He just says it tells you a lot about the type of person you are who can't go through with the things that you set out to do, and that you
it does
suck. It doesn't say any of that.
But here's the thing. Cold showers suck. You know what? I already hate waking up in the morning.
Right.
So when I get in the shower, that's one of my better parts of the morning. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to go into work. I fucking hate everything about everything. But at least this water's warm, and I can brush my teeth in the shower, which I do every morning, and like wash my hair in the shower, and like not worry about anything, and just kind of think about stuff or listen to a podcast or something. But when the shower's cold, I get in, and I don't know why I fucking decided to wake up. I hate everything. And I get out of the shower, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I am awake, and I'm more alert. But I fucking hate everyone, and if anyone gets in my way, I'm going to fucking kill them. It's so bad. It's so bad.
That's the opposite of what it's... Well, actually, that's not the opposite. All it says is that if it talks about how it can help you in your everyday life if you've already done something that's so miserable. Like, you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself, I'm going to take this fucking cold shower. You know you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways. It's like that scene in, probably not as dramatic, but in Fight Club, when he says, once you've been in a fight, everything else in life has the volume turned down.
Okay,
it's saying like that. Like, once you've already submitted yourself to this thing that you don't want to fucking do in the morning, like, anything else that you're, like, have anxiety about throughout the rest of your day will be lowered.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Which is why I was like,
there is some evidence for that sort of thing. But, I mean, and I will say, at certain times, yeah, a cold shower is very refreshing. And in fact, some mornings, I probably should do it, like, once a week. Because it is refreshing to get in a cold shower and just, like, wash as fast as you can and be like, okay, I get out and I'm not, like, burning up hot. Normally, my showers are very hot. My heart is beating, like, full throttle. Because
what?
Yeah,
that's not safe. I turn the heat all the way up on my showers too, and my heart isn't racing.
I don't turn up any cold water. It's all heat.
Yeah,
and it's steamy. Yeah, it's great. Showers. I get out of the shower and my heart's beating. I'm hot all over. Time to cool off. But a cool shower is like,
no. Why is your heart racing?
Because it's so hot.
You need to see a doctor.
Yeah, I might have high blood pressure.
I don't know if that's what causes that. I take hot showers every day, as hot as I can make them.
Yeah.
I feel like my heart beats slower because of how relaxing it is.
No, my heart's definitely beating faster in the hot shower.
Are you showering in caffeine?
Well, here's a fun fact. Caffeine does not affect you the same way it affects me. You tend to get sleepy with caffeine, so perhaps the shower is putting you to sleep, whereas it wakes me up.
I've actually thought about that. I don't know if caffeine actually puts me to sleep.
No.
I'm wondering if I process caffeine faster.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. So, like, you know, like a lot of people talk about that.
It's got like a 6-hour half-life or something like that.
A lot of people talk about how they drink coffee and then they have that crash at some point, or whatever. They have caffeine, then they crash. I feel like I never experience the energy, and I just feel sleepy pretty quick. I'm wondering if, like...
You think you only have, like, a 3-hour half-life or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe I just don't notice the energy because it, like, maybe... I'm not going to be fucking just trying, like... up some shit. I don't know why.
There is some evidence.
I do drink coffee.
I'm not saying you're regularly like this, but there is evidence that caffeine affects people with ADD differently. If you've ever thought about that.
I've been tested for ADD, though.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was in the early 90s, though, so it may have been wrong.
That was when they were diagnosing everyone with ADD. So if they didn't diagnose you then, you probably don't have it.
Yeah. I feel like I've told you the story before.
Oh, I didn't know.
About... Maybe it was just Taylor. Taylor knows.
Now the internet knows.
Yeah, I had a teacher. We're not going to name names.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But she pulled me out of class. She was always angry at me for something. I feel like I was a really quiet, polite kid back in, like, 2nd and 3rd grade.
I don't think you were, like, a wild person. You seemed like a normal... Similar to me, honestly.
But she complained, and I got pulled out of class. I thought I was in trouble. They were taking me to have me tested for ADD. And I don't remember what all the tests were. I remember, like, having to, like, stare at a computer screen, and they'd say...
Well, that was probably easy.
When this letter pops up, press this button. When this pops up, press this button. When this pops up, press this button. It was just a whole series of things.
But you were indoctrinated to the computer, so you knew the ways of this.
Not at this time.
Oh,
this
no?
was in, like, 3rd grade. I didn't have a computer yet in 3rd grade.
When did you get a computer? Like 5th or 6th?
I feel like, yeah. It was.
I guess that was before I knew you, yeah.
It was closer to the 2000s because my parents' first computer was a 98. I know they didn't get it in 98.
Yeah. Okay.
So that would have
been around 5th, 6th grade. Yeah.
It was right around like,
right
I feel like we got our computer and then I started playing RuneScape pretty soon after that.
What a great game.
So it would have been.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But, so yeah, we also aging ourselves. We grew up without internet at one point.
90s kids will remember this.
We were a member of the last generation that grew up partially without internet.
Yeah. Semi-millennials, or who even knows what millennials are anymore.
We're technically millennials. But
anybody who grew up with the internet is a millennial now, I guess.
I guess so.
It's weird.
But yeah. So I had to go in and like just hit all these buttons, and afterwards I guess she wasn't satisfied about this, or I don't remember. I don't know who made the decision, or whatever. They just said, "Oh, he's not being challenged enough. That's why he's not paying attention in class." And I remember thinking about, I was like, "What? I wasn't getting bad grades. Why did they say I wasn't paying attention in class?" I had no idea why, but they wanted to move me up a grade.
Oh.
And I said no because I wanted to stay with my friends.
Yeah, of course.
And that was the end of it.
That's the good decision to make.
Yeah,
honestly.
I didn't want to move up and not be around my friends anymore.
Yeah.
But it was a really weird thing where I was tested for ADD, and I think there was just that teacher had it out for me, just didn't want me in her class for some reason.
Well, I mean, I look at you when you play most games, and you do skip around a lot, but I don't think it's ADD. I think you just, you process things quickly, and, you realize, I don't need to pay attention to this anymore. Let's move on to the next thing.
Maybe.
And it's sort of like you just, you've analyzed this, and it's done. You're done.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so, I mean, and maybe that is, similar to ADD, where you're hopping around a lot, but, you seem to, in the games at least, you seem to, look at one thing and go, this is important or not, and then you move on to the next thing very quickly.
Yeah, I can see that, because I can definitely recall multiple times where I've skipped over stuff that I thought was not important. Just completely disregarded shit,
but it ended up being important.
So that's definitely not always great. There's something that keeps popping up in this thread.
Okay.
I'm scrolling through it while we're talking. Multiple times people have mentioned dipping fries and shakes, and I know
I have done that.
Yeah, I know everybody's done it. Yeah. I've done it. Had tons of friends at high school.
I did it just because I heard it was a thing.
I didn't feel like it added to either of those products.
Okay. I mean, there's something to be said for salty and sweet, and the fries are covered in salt. And the shake is very sweet.
Put some fucking salt in your shake and enjoy the fries because they're fucking good as fries.
Sea salt shake.
Yeah,
boom.
That's a thing, and it's
done.
delicious.
Yeah.
You're just ruining fries to get salt in your shake.
Yeah. I am a separatist when it comes to, sweet and savory and sort of those things. In recent years, I've kind of gotten more into blending them a little bit, but for the most part, I want my savory to be savory. I want my sweet to be sweet. I don't want to put those two worlds together. So when it comes to salt, the fries, I like to eat fucking fries. And I like shakes.
Well, I love fries.
Yeah. So, the combination of the two seemed logical. But no, those are two very different food groups on the tongue. They excite different parts. I will eat my shake. I will eat my fries. They will not join. I've tried it before.
I'm with you.
And it's all right. But it's not better than the two individuals.
No, I feel like what people are confusing for being delicious there is just the salt.
Yeah.
Because when I did it, it just kind of made the actual, it tastes good for a second until I'm, chewing on the french fry after I've gotten through the shake.
I think the salt...
And it's just like a gross cold potato after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the salt makes you want more shake, which is not a bad thing. But that's where you get, salted caramel and things like that.
Right.
But the fries, keep them warm, keep them salty, keep them crisp. Once you put them in the ice cream, they lose their warmness, they lose their crispness. And those are two things I really like in fries.
And I feel like milk liquid is definitely going to make them soggier faster.
But some people like soggy fries, so, if you're one of those people, maybe you should join these two separate fields.
So apparently this is just the weird food items podcast, because here's another one. Feta on watermelon.
Feta on watermelon. Okay.
Would you try it? That is cheese on watermelon.
I would try anything once.
I feel like that's not true, but I get what you're saying.
No, that's absolutely true. I like to, especially for food, I like to expand my boundaries and kind of like try new things. When I order food, like we get food at work a lot, where we get to order stuff, and I try to order stuff that I've never ordered before because it's like, let's see what my palate's like. Maybe I don't like it, but I'm kind of a person that eats what's on their plate. So even if I don't like it, I'll eat it and I'll learn from it. And maybe I don't get it next time, but at least I know now.
Have you ever had sauerkraut before?
Sauerkraut, I have, and
you have?
It's not my cup of tea.
See, that's where I draw the line, just because it smells so bad.
Yeah,
it smells so bad that I'm like, it might be the most delicious thing.
But you butter some sauerkraut, and it's like, okay.
I don't know I don't know anything about sauerkraut other than like I was at a friend's house one time when we were younger. His dad opened up something, was like, hey, who wants some sauerkraut? And one of my friends was like, I can't like let the smell go away from the first. And I got a whiff of it, and I was like, no, it smells bad. Never. I decided from that moment on, through the rest of my life, I was never eating sauerkraut. I mean, maybe because something that smells like that bad to my nostrils, like in nature, would never make it to my mouth.
But it's kind of got that tang,
Maybe, that's what I'm saying. I may be missing out on the food I would love most.
Try it.
No, I just told you.
Listen.
I decided long ago it was never going to happen.
I'm of the opinion that, like, don't get set in your ways. You need to be fluid at all times. And this starts with food, because you get set in your ways with food. It's like, I want to eat peanut butter. I want to eat chocolate. I want to eat these, like, things that I know I like. But your taste buds change all the time.
Oh, yeah. I've opened up a lot since I was a little kid.
So continue to keep expanding that palate and see where your taste buds have taken you every 7 years. Every time you get the chance, try something new. Sauerkraut.
Not a Nazi.
And maybe this comes from the fact that, like, as a very small child,
not doing it.
My grandpa was a truck driver and would regularly eat sardines. So, like, as a small child, it was like, he's like, you want sardines? And I was like, fuck yes, I want sardines.
I guess the smell of sardines it's not a good smell.
No.
But I grew up fishing.
Yeah.
So it never bothered me by the time I got around to it. And I also experienced them cooked for the first time I ever had them.
I had them raw out of a fucking can.
So yeah, I guess that kind of changed the way I experienced sardines. So those don't seem that bad to me.
No.
Sauerkraut, just the way I experienced them first was just somebody opened a can of them. That smell hit me.
Yeah.
And like was almost like gag reflex inducing. I was like, never.
I can see it.
Never again.
Yeah. And there are things that I try regularly, like coleslaw. I try coleslaw like every couple months. It comes up where there's a chance for me to try it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try coleslaw again. I know I don't like it, but I'll try it.
See, that's one of those things that I've eaten it regularly. Also,
I don't like it.
Coleslaw, potato salad, and I just
potato salad too. It's like
cold potatoes are not good.
Yeah,
I don't want cold potatoes.
I'm a fan of hot meals, and
I feel like potato salad
is
would be good if I could throw it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's like, no, don't. You're not supposed to put it in the microwave.
Don't do that.
Like,
it's like, please.
I'm like, but can I?
Yeah,
it would be better.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hot meals.
Yeah.
Like, I like sandwiches. I want the meat to be hot. You keep everything else cold, but make the meat hot, please.
Would you eat a peanut butter and cheese sandwich?
What kind of cheese?
No. Okay, let's finish this one first. Mm-hmm. Cheddar.
Okay. I know what cheddar tastes like. Peanut butter and cheddar?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll try anything once. It might be all right.
That was not the question I meant to ask.
Okay.
It's peanut butter and ham sandwich.
Now, I am not a fan of sweets and meats. So you're getting into that territory with the peanut butter.
Well, if you buy like more natural peanut butter, it's not as sweet.
No, that's true. But I'm not a fan of natural peanut butter.
Oh, that's all I really buy.
I like my Jiffies.
Yeah, I don't really like sweet peanut butter anymore. I go for the...
If I open the can and it's got the oil on top, I know that's better and that's how the peanut butter's supposed to be.
No, I can't do that either.
It looks so gross and I have to mix it, and it gets into the mayonnaise territory.
I get
again,
like
where it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I get the.
They buy it at work all the time, and I hate it.
No, I go for the one that's.
I ate it today. And
it's bad. It's like the natural peanut butter that you don't have to mix up. You can get it at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And it's not as healthy, but it doesn't have the hydrogenated oils or whatever in it.
That's what I hate. That's what I hate.
No. The hydrogenated oils
is that what you want?
Is what you have in all regular peanut butters.
That's what I want then.
But this one doesn't have it, and you also don't have to mix it. Okay. And that's why I go for it. Because that hydrogenated oil is supposedly what's really bad about peanut butter normally.
But it's so
not
good.
That peanut butter, the kind I get, is actually like super healthy for you or anything. Yeah. But supposedly with that, I'm not a nutritionist, but whatever. Yeah. That's completely off topic. Peanut butter and ham sandwich, yes or no?
Yes, I would try it. I may not eat it regularly, but I would try it.
Okay. One of the other 2 members of this podcast loves this sandwich.
Taylor.
I figured you would be able to guess easily because you've pretty much lived
that
around
is a
that.
Very picky eater. He would not eat a peanut butter and ham
Taylor's
sandwich.
Tried to convince me to eat this sandwich on a few occasions. Peanut butter and ham.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never done it. Because it just doesn't appeal to me. How are you feeling that whiskey right now, man?
Man, it is strong.
Did I pour too much?
No, I don't drink straight whiskey that whiskey. I don't drink straight whiskey that often.
Here's another. This one isn't from the thread. This is just one that a couple of my coworkers do. Cheese and apples.
Cheese and apples. Okay.
I think. Like,
well, how do you? Is it like
I think
a
Parmesan cheese? Like they will
shredded.
They will cut the apples up into pretty small pieces, like little chunks, and then have a bite of cheese that is almost the same size as the bite of apple together. And I think they use Parmesan cheese.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about Parmesan. It has umami.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a little bit of the sweet, and you're getting a little bit of the savory.
Like the burger?
Yeah, it's the same. So I can see how that would be like, sweet and savory. It's kind of like the fries in a shake. You're getting into the same sort of territory. Here's something I do at work when we have the ingredients for it. I will eat a yogurt. I will grab a cheese, normally a sharp cheddar, and I will have a black coffee. How about that combination?
Those are some weird choices.
Those are some weird choices. It's 2 dairies and then something that could contain dairy, but I choose not to put any in it.
Yeah.
And maybe if we have it, a like sourdough toasted bread. That's my ideal breakfast.
Your ideal breakfast. What is my ideal breakfast? I feel like 100% of the time, if I could have this, is a breakfast burrito.
Just what's in the breakfast burrito?
Well, actually, my favorite breakfast burrito right now, and it has been for almost 2 years now, is from this place called Senior Fish in Eagle Rock.
Oh, okay.
And it's like got chorizo. You can ask for different, like if you want bacon, sausage.
What is a chorizo?
Chorizo is is pork. It's like sausage.
Okay.
Ground sausage with spices.
Mm-hmm.
So you get with chorizo. They've got eggs. They've got cheese in there. Sour cream. Potatoes.
Yeah.
Avocado.
You're selling me.
And it's like fucking.
I bet it's massive.
It's bigger than this beer bottle.
And that is a probably a double-sized beer bottle.
Yeah, I guess this is a podcast. I shouldn't be saying things. This is a 1 pint and 6 ounce bottle.
Yeah, it's about 1.5 times a normal beer bottle in terms of roundness. Yeah, it's like a little baby's arm. It's pretty big.
This is a large. I think I actually posted a picture on Twitter of these burritos before.
Oh wow.
Me and Lauren would pick them up, and we went to the
Lauren,
aquarium.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah, Lauren, that girl that I date. We picked them up and went to the aquarium one day, and I took a picture of. We bought them, and then took off driving immediately, and they were too hot, so I took them both out of their wrapper and set them in the back seat behind the air conditioner, and took a picture of these 2 giant fucking burritos in the back seat of her car.
That's great. Now see, I like a good breakfast burrito. But preferably for breakfast, I like something really light. And the yogurt, the cheese, and the coffee with like maybe a slice of sourdough bread really does something good for me that's like, this is not heavy. My stomach digests it easily and I like feel great. And then I get the energy from the coffee. So super good.
See, I usually have coffee in the afternoon.
Yeah, I have coffee all day.
Oh, well, my coffee is. I like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Okay, that's a lie. I don't like coffee.
No, but you like when it's added to stuff.
I like coffee with creamer and sugar, because there are these purist assholes who are like, oh, if you got to add creamer and sugar to it,
it's not coffee.
You don't like coffee. I like hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's great.
And I like going to coffee places and getting coffee that tastes like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
That's what hot. My normal thing, I go and I get an iced vanilla coffee. And it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. And the only reason I do it is because I fucking take a walk at work every day. And I go past a bunch of coffee places, and I always stop and buy a coffee.
Yeah.
Because it makes me feel like the walk was for a reason.
Yeah, and not just...
But really, that's just consumerism making me burn money and add sugar to my day.
Yeah, but at least your coworkers also go, oh, he got a coffee.
Yeah, they're like, where has he been for the last 15 minutes?
We got a coffee. Okay, that makes sense.
Because all my coworkers need me constantly. Yeah. They can't function.
Now, see, when I really started drinking coffee is when I started working at the place that I do now. And there was a chick there that would drink black coffee only. And I felt sort of emasculated, the fact that I would pour coffee creamer. And she would be like, oh, you put creamer in your coffee. And on top of that, there's a lot of calories in creamer and stuff.
No, you're right.
That's a little like feminine maybe saying that sort of thing. But it's like, when I drink coffee, I just want it for the caffeine. And so I indoctrinated myself. I started drinking black coffee and I hated it, but I got used to it. And now, you know what? I can drink a black coffee and it's fine. When I go to places, they're like, do you want any creamer or anything in that? It's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And I feel a little better for that. But I still do prefer the creamer and everything in it because it does taste better.
I think everybody does.
Yeah, it tastes better. We had some boxed coffee, which was in a little like weird milk carton. But I grabbed it out of the fridge and I was like, oh, okay, I'll have some of this. And I drank it and I was like, oh, this has creamer in it. This has real milk. And I looked in the ingredients and I was like, yeah, this has real milk. This is so fucking good. And I immediately had to go get another one because I was like, this is so fucking tasty. This is so much better than real coffee.
So can we agree that other than there might be like 0.01% of coffee drinkers who actually enjoys black coffee?
At this point,
can we agree that most people who claim black coffee is better and that they love black coffee don't? They actually are just fucking pompous assholes, and they would enjoy that coffee better with creamer and sugar in it.
I mean, I would, but at the same time, there is a certain sort of like nicety.
You just said.
I know, but it's sort of like the savory.
But you just said it.
It's sort of like the savory sweet argument where it's like, I like my savory, I like my sweet. I can put them together, but there is something to be said for a like very bitter cup of coffee. So I see both sides. And yeah, it is better sweet, but if you can stomach it black, that's pretty badass.
Is it though?
Yeah, it kind of is. Do
you, man?
And it's kind of like alcohol, right? You drink a beer, and it's like, oh, beer tastes bad. No, when you start drinking, all beer tastes bad.
It depends on the beers, though. If I had started drinking this beer,
which is
this is an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels.
Okay, yeah,
and this is my
that's
favorite
probably
type
pretty
of beer.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a chocolate beer.
Funny you say that. I had a chocolate beer today. We went to a bar for a Christmas party. They had a peanut butter chocolate stout nitro, right?
Wow.
Those are all words I enjoy, but I had it.
Like a Reese's nitro, pretty much?
Peanut butter chocolate stout nitro. But I had it, and it was like, this tastes like watery chocolate.
Mm. But you tasted this a minute ago.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah. And I'm on board. I'm on board with the nitro. We're on board with the stout. And I like chocolate and peanut butter, but like all together. So I don't know. There's sort of a thing to be said for like when you start drinking beer, you sort of get a taste for the like bitterness and the badness of it. It's an acquired taste, and I feel like coffee's the same way.
See, when I started drinking beer, I never acquired a taste for it because we were fucking drinking Naughty Light and Bud Light.
Yeah, those were bad beers.
Or just straight Budweiser, we called it Diesel.
Yeah.
And we were just drinking to get drunk because we were stupid college kids or high school kids.
Yeah.
We were playing beer pong with it. We had no money.
No, you buy the cheapest thing you can get.
I know people I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I know people our age still, like people I'm tons of friends with, who like they'll go and buy like a 30-pack of those beers and be like, "Oh, so fucking refreshing." I'm like, "No, it's not."
No. That's what you drink when you want to get drunk.
I will fight you over this.
That is not what you drink when you want to enjoy a drink.
No, like even back then, I could tell people, no, I'd rather drink some liquor.
Yeah.
I don't like
because I get drunk faster and I don't have to drink a lot of it.
And then now it sounds fucking. I still prefer liquor, but now that I after I moved away from Texas, and there's fucking breweries everywhere out here.
Oh yeah.
And I was able to try a bunch of different beers.
Yeah.
I still don't like most beers, but I've found beers that I kind of like.
Yeah,
like stouts are amazing. I like stouts.
I like darker beers. I lived in Florida, and I had like some of the beers out that are like native out there, and I came here and I had some of the beers that are native out here, and I've kind of acquired a taste for darker beers, and it's like, yeah, that's where it's at.
I get why they're not for everybody because they're heavy,
and maybe that's why I like darker coffee too, because it has a similar sort of flavor, but it is an acquired taste. You sort of have to like. When I started drinking, I had darker beers, and those were like, whoa. But as I started to kind of like figure out what I liked, I've kind of moved into it. And the same thing with coffee. I started drinking black coffee, and I hated it, but I downed those cups. And then, man, after a little while, I was like, you know what? The bitter is actually not so bad. There's something to be said, and maybe that gets into the cheese sourdough and the fucking yogurt, because that's a little bit sweet. It's got a little bit of bitter, a little bit of kick, maybe with the cheese, with the cheddar, sharp cheddar. And, you throw the coffee in, okay. And sourdough is like the same sort of way. It's got a little bit of kick to it. Not really like super kicky, but you kind of get into that like acquired taste sort of thing. So, I don't know. Yeah.
I've never done that before. I've never like made myself grow accustomed to something.
I felt so bad when there was like...
Wait, so you've done that, but then you couldn't grow accustomed to a cold shower?
Well, there's a difference between someone shaming you every day when you pour coffee creamer in your coffee.
See, that makes me think less of you as a man.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah.
But now...
do you know what real men do?
They just drink it black.
No, real men do whatever the fuck they want.
And that's how I felt for a long time. I did drink it with coffee creamer for months.
And that's not even like a real men thing. That's just confident people.
No,
I don't want I don't want to be sexist.
No.
Being a real man thing, fuck that. Just being a confident person, do you.
And maybe it's something, but like it's like, yeah, you're right. Sure, it doesn't taste good, but I don't want the calories. So, let's get off this coffee creamer kick. And I worked my way through it.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't have done that because that's tons of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And if I drank coffee for the energy, I might do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I drink coffee is like it's an escape from work every day.
Yeah. And it's helping me now.
Not even every day.
I'm trying to get off sodas, and instead I've been drinking coffees. And it's like, this helps a lot because I get the energy, so I get that little rush that I need throughout the day without the sugar, without all that processed sugar. And it helps. So I'm glad I did it. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, yeah, maybe I should have done what I should be doing or what I wanted to do. But I also wanted to drink black coffee. I want to be one of those people that's like, yeah, just give it to me black. I don't give a fuck.
Is that what you want to be?
Yeah, of course. I want to drink straight whiskey too. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying. Eventually, I want to get to where I don't have to put any ice at all. I just pour a shot of whiskey or like whatever it is and down it. But I'm not there yet. I have to mix it with Coke and shit.
I do that occasionally. I have to be in like a very specific mindset where like I'll just get home and I'll be like, just give me this fucking whiskey right now.
Scotch is the easiest for me.
On vacation sometimes, I'll be like, I want to sit down and I want to taste every drop. And I don't know. I feel like that might be like a weird thing where it's like punishing yourself. That's a weird way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I want to experience everything that this whiskey does to me.
Well, they've done a lot to make that whiskey. Yeah.
It's some kind of weird psychological thing. I don't know. But I have done that before, like where like you've been gone on a Saturday and I've just been home alone. I'm like, I've just sat down on the couch, no music on, no movie on, just a glass of whiskey. My phone's not within reach.
Nope.
And I'll just take a sip and just sit there and savor that sip.
See, I think there's something to be said for that.
And it's not really that I enjoy the flavor of it as it burns or anything. I kind of like it.
Yeah, there's something for
It's
it.
a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it.
You
just
don't,
do
but like there is a satisfaction with it.
Right.
That's like, yes, I just swallowed like a glass of pure whiskey, and yeah, sure, whatever. But I will get to like this flavor, and it will be good, and then I will be able to branch out and try these different whiskeys that are like harder or softer, and like kind of get a feel for the flavor of what whiskey is.
Yeah.
I guess it's sort of an experience thing.
It's true.
And I think there's a lot.
Experimenting with poisoning your body is.
Sure. But people don't do that with food often enough, I feel.
No, you're right. I often catch myself like shoveling food in to my mouth.
And you just, and every time you go to like a place where you get food, you get the same things, right? Like, you know, like, oh, I like these 3 things on the menu.
Well, my main thing is I love cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So I look for something that has cheese on it if it's
yeah,
that type of thing. Or like, if I go to steakhouses all the time, and I want to order a steak because I know I fucking love like a medium rare steak.
Yeah.
But then I'll see ribs, and I'm like, I love barbecue too. And
that might be a factor of being out in California because there isn't a lot of good barbecue.
I just went to a steakhouse with Lauren and her parents for her birthday.
Oh, you get ribs.
And of course, I was like looking at the menu, and this is like an expensive place. It's called Houston's.
Yeah.
And
well, then it should be good Texas barbecue, right?
I don't know if it's that kind of Houston. But I was looking at the menu, and like this was a pretty expensive menu, so I was like looking at the burger. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a burger because it's like I'm out with her parents. I know her dad's gonna pay.
Yeah.
It's like if I was here by myself,
you might order something else.
I would order something cheaper. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order a burger because that's what I would get. I'm not gonna take advantage. And of course, Lauren turns and is like, hey, what are you gonna order? I was like, oh, this burger looks really good.
And she goes, oh, you're not getting a steak?
And she immediately shut that down. She's like, no, you're not. She's like, you're not getting a burger. Mm-hmm. She's like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
She's like, get what you want.
I've been in this situation before, and yeah, it's like, okay,
she was immediately like, you cannot get a burger. I'm not going to let you eat a burger.
So you got the ribs.
So everything above that was $30 or more.
Okay, yeah. Well, but you're at a steak place, so that's...
And they had a prime rib, and they had a filet, but I wasn't going for the filet because that was $50.
Yeah,
and
that's
Lauren
expensive.
got the filet, and I got a bite of it.
It's her birthday.
I got a bite of it. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah. It better be at a steak place.
Right. So there was this prime rib, and I was looking at the prime rib. I was like, fuck yeah, I want a prime rib.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that medium rare. It's going to be fucking delicious. Then I noticed there were ribs on the menu.
But ribs are good. Like, ribs are good.
I was sitting there thinking, like, we're not in Texas. I don't know that these... Because I saw somebody had the ribs, and it was a big rack of ribs. And they had sauce all over them. And it's like, you know, like the really good barbecue places where they won't give you sauce?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of...
But they put sauce.
I like those places, but I love barbecue sauce so much.
It really is the bane of my existence. Whatever I can put it on, I put it on.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck, there's a prime rib.
That's a rough choice.
I went with the ribs.
Yeah.
I went with the ribs.
And were they good? They were good.
They were good. They fell off the bone. They were They were good.
See,
some good ribs.
I have the problem. I want to eat ribs. But this beard, I can't eat things with bones.
Oh no,
You've got a shorter beard.
I don't have your beard yet, but I understand your problem because I had problems
it's like,
with this beard.
Can I get the stack of ribs, and can I also get like
20 napkins?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Can I get 20 napkins or like 4 cloth napkins?
Listen, don't bring me napkins.
Just bring me a bucket of water.
That
please.
The roll of paper towels that you have back there, can you just
need the
pull
whole
it off the wall
thing, yeah. Because this will be all over me. There's no avoiding it. You can't avoid it.
And I didn't get a chance to like go to the bathroom and wash my face afterwards. I was sitting there like,
I always feel like that after
I know
barbecue.
there's sauce in my beard right now.
But it smells so good.
And
yeah,
so good.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's my problem with ribs. It's like I don't eat ribs. I almost never eat ribs because it's like I can't eat ribs with this beard.
You're about to go back to Texas too.
I know,
week.
But I won't eat ribs. I will eat boneless barbecue. I will be so happy. But
even that's good. Like,
but I still will need like 20 napkins.
It's that weird thing where I've been to amazing barbecue places where they're the type of places where they're like, no, you don't need sauce.
Yeah.
And you eat it and you're like, fuck yeah, this is good. I don't need sauce.
in Austin.
Yeah, theirs is that good.
Oh,
but then
it's
they
so
have
good.
sauce there that's really good too.
Even better.
They're the opposite of those pretentious places where they're like,
don't have sauce.
They're like, you don't need sauce, but it's here if you want it.
But they don't give you sauce, and then you get to the table and it's there, and you go, oh, I'll put some sauce, and then it just fucking blows. Yeah, everything's gone. It's just
so
like
good.
there's only sauce and barbecue now. This is what I am.
We need to try this year if we go to RTX. Can we go out and try Crisis?
Yes, absolutely.
I know it's like an hour outside of Austin.
I want to try Austin has the best barbecue. Honestly, it's the fucking best barbecue. Please, let's go to every good barbecue place.
Yeah,
I mean, we ate Ironworks like every fucking day, and it was
2 days.
Well, then after you left, my parents came to Austin.
Oh right, you stayed.
And I ate more fucking Ironworks, and it was so good. But like, yeah, let's go to some other places because I want to try. I want to know what maybe Ironworks isn't the best.
I just know everybody always talks about Salt Lick, and it's good.
I've had Salt Lick, yeah. And maybe it depends on location.
Ironworks is better than Salt Lick. Easily.
Ironworks was so fucking good. If you're in Austin, go to Ironworks. This is not a paid promotion. This is my honest opinion. That place was the best barbecue I've ever had.
Ironworks, if you want to pay us.
Yeah. But if
cool
Ironworks wants to pay us,
this is not
and don't even pay us in money. Just send me fucking barbecue. God damn it, send me barbecue. It was so good.
This place isn't a franchise as far as I know.
I
think it's just that one place.
Yeah, because it was an actual Ironworks.
And it's right next.
They made iron things back in the day, and then they converted it later.
What's funny is it's right next to the Austin Convention Center. Oh, man. And the first time we ate it was because we were in Austin for RTX, and I texted one of our friends who lived in Austin that we were gonna hang out. We were hanging out with the night before. I texted her, was like, "Hey, where's a good place?" And she's like, "There's so many places. Just download Urban Spoon. It's an app."
Yeah.
Downloaded it, hit it, and it came up with Ironworks, which was right next to where we were at.
Of course, yeah. Just walk out the doors and go down there.
And it was so good.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah.
It's almost become like we're not going to Austin every year for RTX. We're going for Ironworks, and RTX is here too.
Actually, while I was there with my parents, I think I ate at a place called like Cooper's or something that just opened up, and it was pretty good barbecue too. But it wasn't Ironworks.
I've actually got like a list that I put up somewhere of a bunch of places in Austin that I wanted to eat at that I didn't go to this year.
Not only show me that list, please put it in a blog post online.
We can do that. They're not places I've eaten at. They're places I want to eat at. So
GoodAlchemy.com / I don't know, Cooper's blog or whatever.
I still need to update my Twitter thing on there. I've tried. I thought I did it.
It's still broken. I think actually like a couple people. I think Thad put one in private, so maybe his is broken too.
Yeah, I saw Thad put his on private. I was like, what's the point?
I know. No, he needs a Good Alchemy account now. I'm gonna make like a separate account for him because I don't know why he
just follows him and like automatically retweets everything.
Well, no, just like he needs an account that people can see. Because we are Good Alchemy, and your feed is broken. But I don't think you've done a blog post yet. I think Thad did one. Taylor's done a couple.
Thad hasn't done one.
I've done several.
I'm pretty sure Thad hasn't done one.
I thought he had. Have you done one?
I haven't.
Oh, well, there was one person who hadn't, and I thought it was you.
Oh, has Thad done one?
I'm pretty sure he has, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he had. Well,
it was a long time ago. Most of the blogs are fairly inactive. I've been updating the podcast blog. The last time I did was like on Fallout 4. But the blogs are there. Put up your barbecue places to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's great.
We're working on putting out more content. I'm finally glad we started this podcast.
We recorded Isaac stuff, and that fell through.
We recorded like 2 hours of Binding of Isaac co-op. We were trying to do a platinum run all co-op, and we recorded the menu, and then it froze.
Yeah, I didn't realize Shadow Play doesn't work with Binding of Isaac, so that all got fucked.
And we never watched it before we recorded this.
I hit play, and it played. Yeah. And then I skipped to the end, and it played.
So it only records...
Yeah.
Shadow Play. It only records when you don't have the window selected. Yeah, for Isaac. Not every other game.
Just Isaac. Isaac's very specific. I think last time I did it with DX Story, but that's beside the point. We started the game. You had to click off of it to start the recording. And we lost.
And it starts to record what was on the screen. Then, obviously, you clicked onto it so we could start playing the game.
Yeah. But no, I shouldn't have done that.
And the moment you did that, it stopped recording.
Yeah.
Or no, it just froze.
Yeah. It was just like straight video.
And then at the end of the fucking video, after we'd fucking
I clicked back off of it, so it went back to it.
That first one was so good.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to have a run go that smoothly.
The run was good. The topics...
yeah.
We kind of just talked about the game. The second one, we talked about some Amazon shit. We talked about
but
some VR shit.
The way both of them went was it recorded the menu at the beginning and the menu at the end.
Yeah. So we lost those.
Yeah, those are gone. So we're gonna start a new Platinum God run and record them this time. Hopefully.
We've learned.
Yeah.
Like a fine wine, we've learned.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, I guess. Like a coffee liqueur, we've learned. So I don't know what else we got on this Reddit thread.
It's all food stuff, man.
I mean, I get it, but my advice to everybody: be more adventurous in your food. Your taste buds change every 7 years, and that's not necessarily true for everybody. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. So be a little adventurous. What's one meal? What's it gonna hurt?
I feel like I'm not gonna try and be like too specific on this one, but it says challenge your opinions on everything.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
Generic. This isn't an interesting thing, but we've talked about this before, where I feel like there's got to be something. Like, I'm not even gonna say gay marriage because I feel like that's still. I'm perfectly fine with gay marriage, but there's still people who are against it for some reason.
Yeah,
so I'm not gonna use that. The example I would rather use is like slavery.
Mm-hmm.
We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that's not okay.
Not okay.
We know that's not okay.
Yeah.
Even 100 years, fuck it. There's people alive today who still think that was okay.
Not okay.
But like 100 years ago, that was like a widespread opinion. Like, hey, why did they let slavery go?
You should probably challenge everything.
Or 200 years ago, there were people who were like, who never even gave it a second thought that slavery was okay. I feel like to this day, there's got to be something
that we still do.
Something that you and I believe is okay. That is not okay.
Not okay. Yeah, you're right. And
we're not gonna we're never gonna know it.
And
probably.
You know, it sounds weird, but it kind of goes back to the food. I try to be adventurous in my food because I want to keep my thought patterns fluid. So every so often I try to challenge something. So it's like, I hate sauerkraut, for instance. I still will eat sauerkraut every so often to be like, do I still hate sauerkraut? So the same thing with like your everyday thinking. It's like constantly give yourself a little poke in areas where you are like set in your ways and go, oh, maybe this isn't right. Are there holes in my opinions here? Is this still a thing? Yeah, absolutely. And I think that starts with little things. So I try to do it with food, and I hope that ripples down to everything else in my life. Because food you eat every day, if you're adventurous with your food, maybe that'll ripple down the rest of your thought patterns.
Yeah.
Everything is loops. Everything is, habits.
And I'll point out, it's easier to do that on your own time than it is in the middle of an argument. Like if you're arguing with somebody about something,
it's whatever you think at that moment.
Yeah, and you were
absolutely for it at that point.
And even to reverse this, the other person, if you feel like the other person isn't like seeing things your way and you're being completely logical, like let's put it in a situation where you were right. Objectively, you were right.
Yeah.
And the other person is not having it at all.
No.
Think about it this way. When somebody is just yelling at you, they're arguing, you're just going to double down. You're not thinking logically.
No.
You're just
you just want to win.
You want to be right. Yeah. You're going to double down.
It doesn't matter.
Pressing that person on the issue at that point is going to get you nowhere.
No.
It's just going to make them double up inside themselves and convince themselves that they are right and fuck you. So,
yeah, but at the same time,
and I've caught myself doing it before, tons of times. I'm super guilty of it, especially whenever we argue about shit a lot of times.
When we have arguments, it's like, I do the exact same thing. I double down. I'm like, no, I'm fucking right. I have to be right about everything.
Right.
But then after we're done, I do think about it, and I go like, wait, was I right on this? You know what? I do need to go back and look at the data again.
And I catch myself doing this on shit where I realize later that you were, or I might even realize in the moment that you were objectively
but it's like, no.
Like when we're arguing about something an Isaac item does, and I'm like, no, dude, fuck you. That item doesn't do that. Fuck you. Fuck your ass. Fuck your eyeballs.
Tanuki makes you invincible.
That item does not do that fucking thing. And I'll be like, fuck you. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh.
And I'll be like, what were we talking about? I will just, I will not want to admit that you were right.
Yeah. But then you look it up and it's like, oh, okay. And yeah, there are things I do the same. I can't think of one because I'm always right.
Fuck
but
you. It's true. Addie's always right.
But the same thing where it's like,
what are
we're
the lottery
arguing
numbers next week?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I declare a thumb war.
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh God.
Anyway, yeah, I do the same thing where I go back and I look at the date and I try to look things up and I go like, was I wrong about this or was there something to be learned from this? Because keeping a closed mind all the time is not a good thing, and I don't want to be an old man who is like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I want to be someone who like is sort of influenced by the times and can be fluid with their like thoughts and do these sort of things, and I think that takes being fluid when you're younger. So
yeah,
eat different foods.
Yeah. Well, this podcast ended on a weird
yeah, a little bit
life lessons.
Yeah.
But here's one that I feel like we can all agree on.
Ooh.
Pepperoni and pineapple pizza.
A lot of people hate it.
I've always loved it.
In fact, I used to hate it.
Did you?
I did. It is now one of my favorite pizzas.
Talking about challenging your own opinions.
I know. Yeah, I was like, salty, sweet. I mean, people eat it, I guess, but I'll try it. And then I had it, and it was like, my taste buds fucking changed. This is the world.
That's actually one of the things in this thread. It says, pepperoni and pineapple pizza. Someone ordered it when I was working at a pizzeria, convinced me to try it, and now it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Right under that is frog fractions. If you haven't played that, go do it now. Yeah. We'll see you next time on the Good Alchemy Podcast.
Later, bitches!
Well, let's take it easy,
just,
all right?
Regular people.